Now the third leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. He'll have a first down past the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. So many questions about Todd Gurley in the offseason. How good is the knee? I mean, remember, he had a heavy workload the last couple years, nearly 4,000 yards from scrimmage, 40 total touchdowns, but just 4 carries in the NFC Championship game, 10 in the Super Bowl. So we'll see what kind of usage he gets this season.
Check safety, check safety. Watch the safety creep. Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Turbo, set. Set.
Gurley again here on first down. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here.
SOS. Check 52. Hey, watch this, watch this.
Now the first-round pick from Alabama, Josh Jacobs. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Tonight, 120. Check 56. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Now a first down throw, gone. And he's got his tight end. This is Luke Wilson. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Goff on first down. He gets this into the hands of Kirkwood. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain. First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Cut. 120. 56. Hey, watch the ball. Watch the ball. Watch the air. 2 Check 3. Check 3. Check 3. Cut.
On first and goal, Gurley. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fielded about a yard deep. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Touchdown, New Orleans. runs from one end zone to the other, 101 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Well, there you go. They gave up a score to start the game, and as quick as they could get it back, they did on the return.
And people talk about this all the time, whether you're coaching it, whether you're trying to work on it, whether you're just trying to put in the minds of your players. Attack back as fast as you can after giving up a score. No quicker way than on a kick return.
Hauschka adds the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
On the toss, it's Gurley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
54 miles. Ric Flair.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
And this one goes sailing out of bounds. Where did it cross? Well, they're going to say on this side of midfield.
Ready. 58, right there. Let's go. He's ready. Hey, man up, D. Check. Crunch.
They run with Ezekiel Elliott, last year's NFL rushing leader. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. For Zeke, what a first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his 2nd rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football League. Play action, Ryan. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. That's good for 28 yards.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there, and he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
Now Elliott. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Second and goal from inside the 5. They'll try again with Elliott. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
The Ram fans in this old stadium on their feet. 3rd and goal.
Hey, check this! Check this! Mike 57. Check Mike. 57 to Mike.
From the gun, it's Ryan. Flushed out right. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Hey, Shell. 22 jet bomber. 56. Mike's 56. Hey, get in the weight room.
After the interception, here's Goff. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Goff. This is caught by Williams. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Goff in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game.
You better be ready. Don't be scared of it. Check 43.
They're running the jet sweep here with Kirkwood. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Tackle made there by Jabril Peppers.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
We go tonight. Black 20. Watch the curl.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And for the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field. These two teams all tied after one. Second quarter now from Los Angeles. It is the Rams in possession. They've got a third down and 5 to start things out. From the gun, here's Gone. It's complete. This is Todd Gurley. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 34-yard line.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage. And that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Now it's Gurley. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
At the Saints' 10-yard line.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Play 56. Play 56. Ready? Shift.
Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Check 13. Maverick.
Now Goff on third and goal. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack.
Third and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
Sanders' kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. This one quickly into the hands of Landry. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. Ready to go.
Now Elliott. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42.
Get him, boy. Get him, boy.
Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Ryan. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So he jumped as a safety. You might know a thing or two about that from your playing days.
Well, I remember creeping up near the line of scrimmage on certain blitzes or certain coverages. Never jumped off sides, though.
Not once?
Not once. I wish I had a few times. It would have stopped some of those plays I got toasted up on.
On 3rd down, Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Average wall. 56 to Mike, boy. 56. Check 56. I got you. I got you, son. I got you. You're online. You're online, baby.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Justin Jones there on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Go, go, go. Check, 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 check. Kill, kill, kill. Shift. Watch the shift.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. Tackle made there by Matt Milano.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The Rams on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Watch the shift. Watch the shift. Hey, hey. Watch the shift. Watch the shift.
Out of the gun. Goff. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for L.A.
First down. First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Goff in the offense with a first and 10. And he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game. Here's Gurley now. Toss right. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
We go tonight. 180. 56. Here we go, D. All day. Defense all day. All day. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Check it out, read.
Throwing on second and 14. Goff. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. 23 yards the pickup there.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty.
Check 99. Check 99.
Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And he'll get it down here to the 43. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
You got it, son. Mike 56. Mike 56. Night, night, sweetheart. What? 56 is Mike.
On first down, gone. This is caught inside the 15. Give him 32 on the play.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
He's coming. Double up, double up.
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go, D. Watch tight end, watch tight end. Tight right, tight right. Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down, 4 down. Switch.
Goff now looking to throw. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Juju Smith-Schuster, his second touchdown on the season. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They go play action now. Ryan. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Come on, 180. Right there, 56. You. Check. Shoot.
49, check 49.
Value 1.
6-6, bullet high.
On 1st and 10, gone. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. A good passing down here, and they send 3 receivers to the right of the formation on 2nd down. Here's Goff. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Mike Williams, the intended target, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches.
Shell. Turbo's up. 56.
A shotgun snap for Goff. And Wilson has it. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Luke Wilson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. This offense certainly looking a lot more comfortable here at home. They lost last week in the opener on the road, but there's something about that home opener makes you feel more settled.
Yeah, I wish we could quantify it, too, because you're playing the same game. The field's the same, size. We know all of that. But being at home, sometimes when you do things well, you get that extra push from your home fans, and it elevates your game.
And in the driver's seat right now. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10.
Check 31, check 31. Wait.
They'll run with Elliott. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Check 37, check 37. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
They go to Elliott again. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Check 50, check 50.
On the keeper, here's Ryan. And he's got the 1st down before being taken down at the 46. 5 yards that time, taking it himself, and he has enough for the 1st.
1st down.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46.
Ready to go. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Get up.
Running the jet sweep, Landry. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
You got it.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
39. No.
From the 41, Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. 21.
To throw on third down. Ryan eluding the pressure right. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Jerry Tillery in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. Goff now, pretty remarkable. 14 of 15 through the air, only one incompletion, and another 1st and 10 here.
Check, check, lucky.
Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Kill. Turn it up. Kill. Turn it up. Check three.
Ric Flair.
Again they run with Gurley. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10.
Alert 3.
Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Hold on. Check. Kill. 25, check 25, check 25.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 7 yards there and a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
180.
Must 56. It's our time. It's our time.
Check 26, check 26. DC.
On first down, it's Gurley. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Switch.
Maverick.
They go play action with Gurley. Now gone. That's going to be caught. Called out a very strong gain of 24.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get a
they?
little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
Check.
They'll try and push it in with Gurley. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. Todd Gurley standing by his lonesome in the backfield here. 2nd and goal.
Quick dash. Go. Check 3.
12.
Gone. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Man, I got you.
What's that?
56, Mike, 56.
From the gun on 3rd down. Gone. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Jared Goff with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Jason Sanders sets the kickoff.
Sanders now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
On first down, Ryan. And going deep for Hill. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And they have the football, and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. Give the tackle that time to Jordan Whitehead. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. The football comes out. Jacobs lost it. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Ready, blue ready. 25.
I'm coming for you, mine.
A first down carry by Elliott. The tackle there by Quandre Diggs. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you put.
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. 3rd and long. It's Ryan. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
They're going on 4th down. It's Ryan. And this is going to be incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position.
We go tonight. 180.
56.
Here we go, here we go. Watch that. Value 3.
56. Mike's 56. Get him.
Hey, tonight.
56 to Mike, boys. 56.
Play action. It's gone. He's got it to Williams. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down. Quite the turnaround from a week ago where he threw 4 interceptions. He hasn't had an interception this game, and he told us during the week, my goal, goose egg. He's achieving that so far.
And what we're seeing is a guy that you can win with, all right? Because anyone who can make that type of an adjustment and shake off a really horrendous week the week before and come back and play mistake-free football to this point, yeah, that's a guy I want to play with, that's for sure.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at the 24-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Kill.
Check 4. Watch twist.
Turbo set.
Back to the ground, this time with Gurley. He's got the first down inside the 10. And down to the 7-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash, crash. Jim. Hey, switch gears.
Here's Jacobs. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Check.
He's coming. We got double up.
One more time with Jacobs. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Josh Jacobs with his first career NFL touchdown as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Landry the intended target, but it'll be second down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Second and 10. It's Ryan again. It's Hill, complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
So now a fresh set of downs. First and 10 after roughing the passer. From the shotgun, Ryan. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Eric Kendricks, the Vikings' leading tackler a season ago, in on the stop.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
10th carry now for Elliott. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Defense, keep it up, guys. Check, 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 check.
Hey, check 26, check.
On 3rd down, Ryan to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Field goal forthcoming for Stephen Hauschka. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And the hands team for the Rams able to secure the football. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, here I come.
Hey, kill.
Here I come. Here I come. Slam, slam, slam. Slam, slam, slam.
What's that?
Once again, it's Jacobs.
Hey, pick your game up.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Shoot. Out.
General West.
Mike 56. Let's go. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Let him know. Alert flare. Watch twist. Check the backer. Check safety.
Watch the safety creep.
Here's Jacobs. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Credit the tackle to Darius Slay.
It's a gain of 5.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On third down, here comes Jacobs. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays. And they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points. But this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And it's complete to Antonio Gates. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there at 22. Throwing on first down is Minshew. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 17 there and a New Orleans first down. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for L.A., they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.